So off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair. Paul George is out there with Anthony, and it's Adams in at the 5 spot. Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Tries again. The shot that time, not on target. And the Thunder going the other way now. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Yeah, I think they were totally checked out, Greg. At least that's what it looked like. When you play that kind of defense, you expect to lose.
He gets it in there. And the Lakers breathe a sigh of relief this summer, retaining their lottery pick that had a greater than 50-50 chance of falling to the 76ers.
And you know what, Kevin? That's a huge boost for the franchise, drafting Lonzo Ball. They kept their pick, but that means they will lose their 2018 pick. No upside to losing games this season. They're going all in.
Lakers on D, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, that was more than just a tough loss. That was a complete embarrassment.
Yeah, the woodshed is what we call that. They annihilated them, simply had no answers for how to slow them down.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Now, here's Ball. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. On the clock. From deep. The shot missing. Great D that time from Westbrook.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Anthony kicks to Adams. Screen by Adams. Roberson gets the bucket. Roberson's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Oh, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Now here's Ingram. 14 points from him the last game against Minnesota.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Ball kicks to Caldwell Pope. 5 on the clock. Lets it go. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Brandon Ingram, the second overall pick in 2016 out of Duke. What do you make of his rookie season?
You know, very much a work in progress. You have to remember how young he is. Didn't turn 19 until 3 months before the draft. And he's still rail thin. So he's got a chance to improve very quickly over the next few seasons as his body continues to mature. And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Nance a screen. A 3 ball. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Roberson the pass to Westbrook. He dishes it to Adams. Anthony against Nance. Shot from 16, and it's Anthony again missing.
You just make the assumption that's going down. I mean, an uncontested mid-range jumper, I think he should have buried it, but you know what? He didn't. It happened.
Ball with the bucket.
Yeah, you know, it's a quirky release. There's no denying that, but he's a reliable shooter and scorer from the perimeter. Lonzo Ball making it happen.
Inside. Adams dishes to Robertson. And here's Anthony for 3. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Yeah, and I like it. I love seeing that. It's a lot of fun when that happens. These teams are going at each other from the outside.
And here is Ball. Caldwell Pope outside. The dish to Nance. 6 to shoot. Back to Caldwell Pope. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Westbrook kicks to George. Roberson the pass to Westbrook. Nance against George. Here's Roberson. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Here's Adams, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Adams has got his second basket of the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And it's Ingram missing. The Thunder leading by 5. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did catch up with Coach Luke Walton. He said they have to do a good job of moving their feet defensively. That's the only way they're going to avoid getting dunked on. He said they also want to turn guys who are slashers into jump shooters. We'll see if that works, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Pass the ball. Back to Ingram. Screen by Bogut. Now here's Ingram. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
And as he squares up from mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. He looked like he forced the shot.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Ball kicks to Ingram over George. And the Lakers with another miss. The Thunder with the lead. Stolen by Ball. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Ball's running. Count that one. Ball's got 5 points so far.
I tell you what, because of his size and ball skills and vision, he's a handful for any defense, Lonzo Ball. I mean, he's able to convert primarily because of his size and sneaky strength.
And Roberson kicks to Anthony. Outside, George. And Roberson has it in the corner. Here's Westbrook. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
Yeah, you know, he had a lot of misses for him, and it looked to me as though he just never was comfortable from the foul line. Guys, I think free throw shooting, and Steve, you can speak to this, is all about rhythm and confidence, and he hasn't been able to establish any rhythm there this season.
A free throw off from Westbrook. And during this part of the season, a lot of lengthy road trips can be found for teams in the league. Clark, I would assume it's maybe sometimes hard to play at your best when you've been on the road for a long time.
Oh, there's no question about it. I mean, there's a galvanizing aspect to being on the road because it's just you and your teammates against the opponent. But when you're out on the road for a long time, things can get a little stale. You can become a little distracted. So it becomes very difficult, particularly for young teams, to work through the grind and adversity of being on the road. Veteran guys are used to it, but the young fellas often struggle with that.
For Oklahoma City, they have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight. The first free throw is good.
And, you know, Grant, a second-round pick, has worked hard for his minutes in the NBA. He's an exceptional athlete who plays with a real edge, a bit of a chip on his shoulder.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Ball. Then for the Thunder, Hustis has checked in for Steven Adams, and Alex Abrinas subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And Grant drops them both. Greg, you watch the Thunder play, and it's clear that this team comes out looking to attack. Everyone on the team wants to put it on the floor and go right at the rim.
And part of that is their leader, Westbrook, just setting the tone. I mean, team finished near the top in points in the paint last season, and the addition of Paul George just helps to enforce that strength.
And that one is good from Zubac.
Excellent recognition on the pick and roll. Clarkson lays it off to his teammate for the score.
Grant outside. The pass to Abrinas. Patterson, the screen. Abrinas, the pass to Felton. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Felton's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately is really unbelievable.
Yeah, a lot of blanks there. Can't hit a thing. Has to be deflating.
Taken away by Felton.
Watch outside.
Patterson, the screen. Felton against Randall. Dishes to Grant. Fires the 3. Randall grabs the board.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done.
Good call.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor, something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Guys, strictly in terms of their percentage, their free throw shooting has deteriorated a considerable amount since last season. Well, you look at the Lakers as an organization, and we know historically one of the great sports organizations in any sport. The reputation, though, has been slipping a bit in recent years. The front office moves last season, bringing what they hope will be some stability and certainly a bit more prestige to the team.
And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. Here's Grant. Here's Kuzma. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. He feeds it to Clarkson. Over Felton. And that one comes up a bit short. And when you look at the Lakers' new front office, do you think it'll be an improvement?
Time will tell, Kevin. I think that's hard to predict. The pieces certainly lean towards success, but it's a hard job. Certainly there's more credibility now. I don't think there's any question about that.
Now Zubac. Caldwell Pope dishes to Clarkson. Foul on the play, basket count, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Fighting his way inside, Clarkson shows good body control.
And Jordan Clarkson, a second-rounder out of Missouri, he's got some offensive talent.
Yes, he does. I love his game. He's solid as a jump shooter. He's athletic, can make plays for others. His defense continues to get better. He brings a lot to the table. I like this young man's game a lot.
Let me get big man. Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby. Hey, just box
Oklahoma City leading by 4. Felton kicks to Abrinas. There's the screen. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. 5 to shoot. Here's Felton, got a piece of it.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Now here's Caldwell Pope after the miss from Raymond Felton. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Now just a 2-point Thunder lead.
A guy like him cannot be left alone around the hoop. If you do, it'll be buffet style all day long. Plenty of seconds right there.
Grant outside. Patterson setting the pick for Grant. Looking to end the drought. The rebound by the Lakers.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either, Greg. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Felton kicks to Patterson. Patterson, the screen. Here's Abrines. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Raymond Felton, and that's good. Felton's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Thunder.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Randle. Puts it up from 7. Got a piece of it. Felton with the ball. 6 points for him. Over to the wing. Here's Abrines. No good on the buzzer beater. And so the first quarter is in the books. Oklahoma City out in front, up by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
Living like college. Yeah. T.Y., what up? Ali, what up? Yeah. Living like college.
And Russell Westbrook, a guy who has faced some criticism, but also a guy who is extremely critical of himself.
It's tough, and I'm still learning every night to be able to come out, to know when to score, to know when to pass, to know when to be aggressive, to know when to slow down. It can be tough at times because I want to do so well, and I want my teammates to do so well, and I want to win so bad.
Well, you have to love the competitive attitude, the desire to be great, not just for himself, but for his teammates, too.
And the emphasis on winning. That's why so many people in the league feel that it's just a matter of time before Westbrook puts those finishing touches on his game.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
And you know what, Greg? It looks like they have an advantage there. I mean, I liked how they've made an effort, really a concentrated effort, to hit that glass.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Patrick Patterson is out there with Eustace. Then there's Felton. Then there's Grant. And it's Abrines in at the 2.
Unselfish, good vision, nice dime by Julius.
Here is Felton after the basket by the Lakers. Patterson, the screen. Here's Grant. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Clarkson with the ball. Now Felton defending. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And how about the 46th pick back in the 14 draft? Jordan Clarkson has certainly exceeded expectations thus far in his career. An athletic combo guard, he's really succeeded playing at both the 1 and 2.
Shooting 2.
Hit these, baby. Yeah, I got it. Hey, you get shooter. I got him. You got this guy right here? Yeah, I got big man.
Free throw good. Clarkson. And Greg, Jordan Clarkson, he has an offensive game, doesn't he?
He's able to shoot with range, and he can attack off the bounce as well. I think that enables him to kind of play on or off the ball. And I think he has a chance to be a really good two-way player in our league.
And both free throws good for Clarkson.
Really a good free throw shooter. You'd like to see Clarkson get to the line even more because of that.
Felton kicks to Patterson. Patterson, the screen, pass to Abrines. Grant outside. Patterson, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Stolen by Zubac. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Passes it to Kuzma from deep. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Abrines. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. There's the screen. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. Caldwell Pope outside. The feed to Clarkson. Shot clock at 5. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Here's Abrines, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. And some changes here for the Lakers. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Zubac. Brandon Ingram comes in for Randall. And Ball subbed in for Caldwell Pope. And then for Oklahoma City, Anthony's checked in for Eustis. Paul George comes in for Grant. And it's Roberson in for Alex Abrines. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. George passes to Roberson. And George kicks to Roberson. 4 on the clock. Patterson a screen on Bogut. Here's Roberson. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. It's Ingram on the wing. From downtown, drains it from beyond the arc. And now a 3-point Laker lead. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Patterson to end the run. Roberson can't hit. Lakers leading by 3. Ball's knocked loose, and that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. And the Lakers making a change here. Nance is checked in, and then for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Patterson. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Raymond Felton. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Bogut kicks to Ball. Poked loose. It's stolen by Adams. Feeds it to Roberson. The shot's good. Roberson's got his second bucket of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Ingram dishes the ball. Nance a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Ingram wide open. Good on the triple. Ingram's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for Los Angeles. Thunder trailing by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
There's the pick. Anthony with the screen on Nance. Westbrook kicks to Anthony. The 11-footer hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. 6 points for Steven Adams. Kicks it to Ingram. And here is Ball. He's got 5. There's the 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Ball's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Westbrook kicks to Anthony. He dishes it to George. Anthony on the wing, covered by Nance. The shot by Anthony, no good. Lakers leading by 5. Here's Ingram. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
Gotta like seeing Ingram get going down underneath the rim. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Now here's Westbrook. 38 points for him last game against Dallas. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Ball no good. Thunder trailing by 7. It's Westbrook with the drive. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Westbrook's got 8.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Here's Clarkson following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Nance a screen. Clarkson with the ball. Westbrook picks him up, and Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Here's Roberson. Goes up the baseline, and it's Westbrook missing. Los Angeles leading by 3. Now here's Ingram. He kicks the ball. There's the dish to Clarkson. Nance sets a screen for Clarkson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Anthony. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Westbrook's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Adams the pass to Roberson. Anthony kicks to Roberson. George with the ball. Guarded now by Andrew Bogut. Fades. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Paul George.
Boy, George is excellent at getting busy from the in-between spots of the floor. Really fleshing out and balancing out, rounding out his offensive game.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And it's George finishing it off.
I tell you what, mind-blowing experience when you look at Paul George as a dunker. This guy makes alley-oops look easy.
Now, here's Ball. 10 points for him. Pass to Ingram. Screened by Bogut. Goes back up. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
And, you know, such a balanced athlete. Bogut able to absorb the hit, make it, and get the and one.
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Yeah, another thing they've done well, guys, is getting in the passing lanes. They've been active with their hands, feet have been in good position, and they've come up with a lot of steals. That's making a difference here, too.
Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Hey, let me get big man. Hey, when it comes off, grab it, baby.
Free throw no good for Bogut. Clark trying to find players that complement each other is such a big factor in the NBA. How much do differing styles of play matter for a low block pairing, for instance?
Kevin, I think it's critical. You need guys that have complementary skills. Somebody that can score it with his back to the basket deep in the post, and then that other big guy has to be more versatile. He has to be a good passer from every angle in the post area, and he has to be a guy who can make shots from that 12 to 17-foot range, so you have the kind of spacing that's ideal for 2 good inside players.
Now, here's Ball. He's got 10. The shot's good from Nance.
And when Ball has the ball, it's in good hands. He can run the offense, no doubt.
Thunder trailing by 5. Westbrook kicks to Anthony. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. You could feel the clock ticking for Melo's time in New York, and this offseason, it finally ended, Greg.
Yeah, and for a team like this to add Melo to the mix, what a blessing. I mean, Melo still has a ton of offense to offer, and hard to add a player so skilled as Melo for practically nothing.
2.
That free throw good from Anthony. And beyond his ability to shine on the basketball floor, you have to commend Carmelo Anthony's effort, Greg, to get NBA players and other athletes more involved in making the world a better place.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done, but guys like Melo see what is beyond the world of basketball. He's spoken out as well as done the legwork of being active in his communities, and a lot of charity work for Melo. It's just nice to see the maturation process play out.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's got 7 and the pass to ball. Puts it up from 12. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Anthony's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Dishes it to Westbrook. Shoots over ball. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
That's good offense. The shot didn't go down, but they'll live with that.
Ingram dishes to Randall, and he comes up with the deuce. Randall's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Anthony. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
Westbrook against Clarkson. Here's Ingram. It's blocked. Right side, George. Here's Adams. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And as you would expect, Steven Adams has grown into a larger role with this team. Really came in as a guy who could defend and rebound, but starting to become more of a factor within their offensive framework.
Two.
And the first one at the line is good. And Greg, with Adams, he hasn't just been given more opportunity to display what he can do on offense. He's earned it.
You hit it right on the head. And, you know, as an example, a guy that was a bad free throw shooter, all of a sudden he became respectable because of his work ethic last season. Much more nimble in the paint than most would think. Just good awareness, and he knows when to pick his spots.
Now here's Westbrook. 12 points for him. Abrinas kicks to Adams. Grant outside. Fires for 3. They grab their own miss. Eustace. And at last, they get one to fall.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Picked by Randall. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Lakers lead by 3.
Really getting after it. Randall beating up that offensive glass.
Now here's Westbrook. Tight defense on him. Off target at the rim. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. No good from outside. Thunder trailing by 3. Abrinas kicks to Adams. Outside Westbrook. Here's Eustace. He's defended by Randall. Eustace can't get it to go. LA is gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. There's the pick. Ball, the pass to Zubac. Caldwell Pope right side. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And it's a 5-point Laker lead.
And KCP's quickness makes him tough to track coming off those screens.
Grant outside. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
2 shots.
And the first one drops. And he can't hit the second. Randall. It doesn't go for him. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Lakers lead by 4. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
46.
Carmelo, you got some real numbers off the bench in the first half. How important is that contribution to the team?
Well, I mean, we always believe that we have one of the better benches in the NBA, and when they come to play like we're playing so far, you know, it makes it a tough game, it makes it a tough team to beat, and you know, just hoping we can keep that up.
I'm sure it puts confidence in you and in the coach going into the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We so hope you enjoyed our first half. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime report. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing by 5 points. They found their rhythm in the second quarter and have to be feeling good here at the break, holding on to that 4-point lead. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, so far they won the battle of assists. They played more patiently and very unselfish in the first half. Good shot selection and nice flow of offense.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
The way they were getting rained on from 3, they're lucky to still be in this. In some cases, it was shooters making contested shots, but in others, it was defenders leaving shooters wide open. You can't do that. Bottom line, their perimeter defense was lax, and that needs to change, and that's a fact. What was rhyming, Ernie?
And that wraps up halftime as the game is set to get back underway. Let's send it to Kevin Harlan and crew, standing by courtside.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Los Angeles leading by 4. Caldwell Pope is the 2 with Ingram playing small forward. Hands out there with Bogut, and it's Ball in at the 1 spot. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. And here is Anthony after Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep. Screen by Adams. Westbrook with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And one thing you have to say about Russell Westbrook, he is an absolute star. I mean, the type of player you can build around and win with. Just the total package on the offensive end of the floor.
Two shots.
That's good from Westbrook. The numbers Westbrook put up last season in his MVP run, Greg, just staggering.
And you figured his numbers would get a bump, but I don't think anybody could have expected this guy to average a triple-double. I mean, arguably the most impactful superstar in the league.
And that one goes in, 2 from the line that time.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
Now here's Nance. Gets Ingram atop the key. Now Ball. 6 to shoot. The 15-footer. Carmelo Anthony grabs the board. Anthony's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Westbrook with it. Now guarded by Ingram. Westbrook kicks to Anthony. An easy 2 points on the layup. Anthony's got 8 points.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo. Overpowering the D, one of the best shooters we have in this game.
Ball dishes to Caldwell Pope. He feeds it to Nance. Back to Caldwell Pope. Screen by Bogut. Caldwell Pope right side. Here's Ingram. It doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from George.
Unfortunately, his shot has been everywhere, all over the place. Can't buy a basket. However, his teammates got him covered.
Now here's Adams. He's got 7, and Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Adams. Anthony's got it all tied up now for the Thunder.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
Ball kicks to Caldwell Pope. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And one of the more surprising moves this past offseason was when the Pistons let KCP go. Two sides couldn't see eye to eye on a contract, and eventually they let him be an unrestricted free agent.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
We got you down. Box your man up. I got it.
Hey, just
First free throw is good. And Greg, Caldwell Pope ultimately ends up on the Los Angeles Lakers. Strange to see such a talented player get renounced by his old team, the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, you just don't see that very often. And after the Bradley trade, the Pistons seemed ready to move on. Lucky for the Lakers to pick up a player like Caldwell Pope so late in free agency.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
Westbrook kicks to George. Nance against Anthony. Over Nance. Misses off the right iron.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Not much else you can do there. I mean, that's what you want. Too bad they weren't able to finish it off.
Now here's Nance. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Thunder trailing by 4. Right side, Westbrook. Misses from short range.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Here's Ball. 10 points for him. Screen by Bogut. Pass to Ingram. Lets it go from 11. It's hauled in by Adams. Oklahoma City's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. Westbrook missing again. Ingram kicks to Nance. Bogut against Adams. Rolls it up. And Adams sends it back. They retain possession. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Slowly but surely, KCP is becoming a go-to scorer. Just needs to improve his efficiency.
Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. Now it's so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Robertson are the backcourt pair. Paul George is out there with Anthony, and it's Adams in at the 5 spot. Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Tries again. The shot that time, not on target. And the Thunder going the other way now. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
And their defense practically non-existent in that one. Just gave up far too many easy shots.
Yeah, I think they were totally checked out, Greg. At least that's what it looked like. When you play that kind of defense, you expect to lose.
He gets it in there. And the Lakers breathe a sigh of relief this summer, retaining their lottery pick that had a greater than 50-50 chance of falling to the 76ers.
And you know what, Kevin? That's a huge boost for the franchise, drafting Lonzo Ball. They kept their pick, but that means they will lose their 2018 pick. No upside to losing games this season. They're going all in.
Lakers on D, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, that was more than just a tough loss. That was a complete embarrassment.
Yeah, the woodshed is what we call that. They annihilated them, simply had no answers for how to slow them down.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
Now, here's Ball. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. 3 on the clock. From deep. The shot missing. Great D that time from Westbrook.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Anthony kicks to Adams. Screen by Adams. Roberson gets the bucket. Roberson's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Oh, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Now here's Ingram. 14 points from him the last game against Minnesota.
That's his first personal foul, first team foul.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Ball kicks to Caldwell Pope. 5 on the clock. Lets it go. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Brandon Ingram, the second overall pick in 2016 out of Duke. What do you make of his rookie season?
You know, very much a work in progress. You have to remember how young he is. Didn't turn 19 until 3 months before the draft, and he's still rail thin. So he's got a chance to improve very quickly over the next few seasons as his body continues to mature. And their offense already in a flow, some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Mans a screen. A 3 ball. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Roberson the pass to Westbrook. He dishes it to Adams. Anthony against Nance. Shot from 16, and it's Anthony again missing.
You just make the assumption that's going down. I mean, an uncontested mid-range jumper, I think he should have buried it, but you know what? He didn't. It happened.
Ball with the bucket.
Yeah, you know, it's a quirky release. There's no denying that, but he's a reliable shooter and scorer from the perimeter. Lonzo Ball making it happen.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. Clark, a lot of former players had a specific instance when they knew they were special, the way they played the game of basketball. Did you ever have a moment like that where you realized that you could make it as a player?
Yeah, there was a time when that became more realistic to me, Kevin. And I grew up in Cleveland, and during the summers, a lot of the Cleveland Cavaliers would stay in the area and play pickup basketball to stay in shape. And I got a chance to bump heads with a lot of those guys, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow, Austin Carr, Bingo Smith, Mike Mitchell. And I was only 15, 16 years old. And while those guys were going at half speed, it gave me the encouragement that I might be able to get to where they were if I continued to work hard and stay healthy. So at 15 or 16, during one of those summers, I began to realize that I might have a chance to realize the dream of being an NBA.
Now here's Randall after the miss from Raymond Felton. And it's Ball in the corner. Back to Randall, pass to Zubac. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Clarkson. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now, here's Felton. He's got 6. Stolen by Zubats. Clarkson up top. He's covered by Felton. Here's Clarkson. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Randall. It's rebounded by Hustis.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Grant outside. The pass to Abrinas. Patterson, the screen. Abrinas kicks to Patterson. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Patterson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, leaving somebody that wide open is not prudent. I mean, you got to expect to get burned when you put that kind of effort forward.
Zubats no good. Thunder trailing by 10. Here's Abrinas. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. In third, the Lakers.
I mean, they've gotten a little more aggressive defensively. You can become a more confident team on that end, and so much of it, I think, has to do with forcing turnovers and creating offense.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Luke Walton is the 26th coach in Lakers history, and it was love at first sight for the Lakers. I mean, after one interview with the team and the top brass, the other interviews were all canceled, and the dream job was his for the taking, and I think he's going to turn out to be quite a good coach in the NBA.
He hits both from the stripe, and he called it his dream job. But a lot of risk for Luke Walton, certainly in Los Angeles. Lakers had just gone through the worst season in franchise history.
Yeah, and, you know, not to mention the unrest in the front office, Kevin. In the end, though, for Luke, it was just too good an opportunity to pass up. He's a SoCal guy. He won rings in L.A., and it wasn't the safe move, but sometimes the best moves require some risk. And it was where he wanted to be.
Now, here's Grant. He's got 8. Outside, Felton. No good from outside. Lakers leading by 8. And here's Randall. He has 7. Clarkson passes to Randall. And Anthony sends it back. Here's Abrinas to the right side. Felton kicks to Anthony. Adams with the screen on Randall. Screen by Adams. 6 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. And Raymond Felton the bucket on the assist by Anthony. Felton has got 9.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie field. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now here's Zubats. Here's the screen. Now, here's Clarkson. Rebound by Raymond Felton.
You rarely see him missing dunk, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough. You know, this just hasn't been his quarter. I mean, he doesn't seem to be comfortable at all, particularly shooting. I mean, he knows he's struggling right now.
Now, here's Ball. He's covered closely. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Randall against Anthony. Outside, Felton. Adams sets the pick for Grant. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Anthony. And that one off the back of the rim and in. 13 points in the game.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
Picked by Randall. Lakers passing it around. Right wing. The feed now to Clarkson. Steps back and fires. Yes, that goes in. Clarkson's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, so much confidence in himself, especially for a young guy. I mean, Clarkson drains it with the hand in his face.
Stolen by Clarkson. No good on the buzzer beater. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
Okay, listen, let's sustain it now and let's put our foot down with more discipline and more focus right now, okay? All right, stay down, communicate, and talk right now.
Preaching consistency, obviously. Billy Donovan likes a lot of what he's seeing out there and doesn't want them to let up.
Yeah, and he mentioned discipline. I think that's key through this next stretch. Minimize your mistakes.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Felton, Anthony out there with Grant, and then there's Steven Adams, and it's Abrinas in at the 2. Lakers leading by 5. Now Clarkson, and it's Ball in the corner. Feeds to Clarkson. Off the screen, and that one is hammered home.
You know, this is why teams are looking for combo guards. I mean, the defense didn't know which way to play Clarkson.
Felton kicks to Anthony. From outside, off the mark. Lakers shooting 43% from the field. The dish now to Ball. Picked by Randall. Ball, the pass to Ingram. There's the pick. Up off the screen and slam dunk by Ingram.
And the speed of Ingram is not easy to keep up with. I mean, just blowing by whoever dares to try to stop him.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection, in a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned around. They just need to find ways to score the ball.
Bogut checked in for the Lakers. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Clarkson. And then for Oklahoma City, George is checked in for Grant. Roberson comes in for Alex Abrinas. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Raymond Felton. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He was not happy with their shot selection, and he let them know about it. He said, we're taking low percentage shots, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, and work for those shots in the flow of the offense. Stay with the plan. We'll see if they can get it going.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Anthony dishes to Roberson. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Westbrook against Caldwell-Pope. Roberson can't hit.
I think these are the shots he's got to avoid taking. I mean, already struggling. He's not helping his team right now looking at those shots.
Now here's Caldwell-Pope. Here's Kuzma. Kicks the ball. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Lakers lead by 9.
Yeah, love the job they're doing here of getting into the teeth of that defense.
Westbrook kicks to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now here's Ingram. Caldwell Pope outside. He dishes it to Ball. They set the pick. Pass to Kuzma. It's Ingram on the wing. For 3, Caldwell Pope. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Outside Westbrook. He kicks it to Carmelo. Over Caldwell Pope. That one doesn't go. Lakers leading by 10. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Nancy's checked in for Los Angeles. Now, here's Ball. Basket, good.
Boy, I tell you what, Ball doing a nice job using his size down in the post, rising up above his defender to get that one to go down.
Westbrook passes to George. Over Ingram. George, no good. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Now, here's Ball. He's covered by Westbrook. Ball, no good. Thunder trailing by 12. Westbrook with it. Dishes it to Anthony. Screen by Adams. From 18 feet away. And he connects with the jumper. Anthony's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
That one goes. Count it.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Robertson dishes to Westbrook. Back to Robertson. And George kicks to Robertson. Screen by Adams. Launches a 3. Robertson can't hit.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Down low. Tipped away. It's stolen by Adams. Outside Westbrook. There's the pick. He feeds it to Anthony. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Well, one more and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
And Westbrook gets it to go.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
Ball, the pass to Nance. Caldwell Pope up top. Back to Nance. Passes it to Bogut. There's the feed to Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Hey, he's always looking to go downhill, and when he's on the attack, he's going for the dunk.
Westbrook dishes to Adams. And Robertson kicks to Anthony. Adams with the screen on Nance. Here's Anthony, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And the Lakers get called for the foul. And Clark, if you're a player on a cold streak, either in a game or over a couple games, does that tend to stay with you and get in your head?
You know, it's been so long since I played, Kevin. I would like to think that it didn't with me because the games came so fast. You're playing 3, 4, 5 times a week. You don't have time to loiter on a good game or bad game because the next one is on top of you. So I typically was able to get on to the next play within a game and to the next game after the prior game.
And that one misses.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
He hits the second from the line.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line, they needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Now here's Nance. Pass the ball. Feeds it to Caldwell Pope. Nance a screen. Taken away by Anthony. And here's Westbrook. Here's the screen. Screen by Adams. Off the screen. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Now George. Following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. Roberson the pass to Westbrook. To the inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep, George drills the three-pointer. George has got it back down to within single digits for Oklahoma City. Ball dishes to Ingram. Now here's Ball. Screen by Bogut. Ball kicks to Ingram. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Screen by Bogut. Clock at 6. Fader on the way. No good off the front iron. Thunder trailing by 7. And Roberson kicks to Anthony.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Shooting for Oklahoma City, Carmelo Anthony, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Anthony. Now Ball. Nance outside. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Nance a screen. Inside. It's stolen by Anthony. And there's the pass to Westbrook. Stolen by Ball. The dish to Caldwell Pope. Nance sets a screen for Caldwell Pope. Kicks to Bogut. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Ingram. Shot to stop the drought. Adams, some nice D.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
Now here's Ingram. Defense right on him. 18 feet out, and right through it goes. Ingram's got 6 here in this quarter.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
And George kicks to Anthony. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Here's Westbrook. And Adams kicks to Roberson. To the inside. It's stolen by Nance.
And just a loss of concentration there. And they're going to pay for it with the over and back.
Yeah, clearly an unforced mistake there. You got to keep your head in the game and tighten that handle.
Thunder trailing by 7. Here's Westbrook. Count it, and the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Screen by Bogut, and it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Now here's Westbrook, and Adams kicks to Roberson. To the middle, looking for Anthony, and gets it there. And he comes up with the deuce. Anthony's got 20.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Over to the left wing. George against Clarkson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one's on Anthony.
Nice strong move there by Clarkson. He'll get free throws.
Shooting for Los Angeles, Jordan Clarkson.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 3-point lead. 1:15 left in the 4th. Westbrook kicks to Adams. He dishes it to Roberson. Pass to Carmelo. Over Nance. Again, the miss by Anthony. Lakers have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the 4th, exactly 50%. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Russell Westbrook. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
He kicks to Adams. Dishes to Roberson. The baseline J. Rebounded by the Lakers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
And that's what you want to do. I mean, you can't let the opposition off the hook here. I mean, you've got to keep adding to that lead.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're behind by 8. There's 37 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick hoop.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what they're talking about, Greg. I mean, it's their only chance. And even if it's a long shot, it is a chance.
There's 37 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Anthony, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And Melo is highly explosive, nailing shots left and right. The D has got to get it out of his hand.
And that's an intentional foul.
15 foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Taking 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Out left to the wing. And here's Westbrook from the arc. He can't get that one. And here is Los Angeles now. And the Lakers can just let the clock run down here. Clarkson against Westbrook. Clarkson with the ball. And so Los Angeles takes the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the